question from a man, DJ. DJ's in the chat. DJ says, when you carb your beer through a carb stone in a 5-barrel vessel, what's your rule of thumb for PSI at the stone and for how long? Also, is there PSI loss to get through the carb stone? I think so. I think the terminology you're looking for right there, DJ, is wetting pressure. And it is the amount of pressure that you need to put on a stone, on a carb stone, in order to get gas through it. Okay. For me, a lot of carb stones that I've used, it's about 5 PSI. So if I wanted my tank to settle out to, say I have the tank at, 0 degrees Celsius or, 30 degrees, 31 degrees Fahrenheit, whatever. And so for a standard carb beer, I'm probably going to want it near 12 PSI or 10 PSI really for the 2.5 range, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. What I always did was I would get the beer transferred into the tank. And then for me, I knew at the coldest setting on my Brite tank, if that tank were to settle out at 10 PSI, I would be in good shape. And so I would take that 10 plus the wetting pressure of the stone, which was 5. So I'd put it on 15 PSI and hook it up through the carb stone. And then I would start I would slowly crack open my valve, and I would have a little check valve in there that only lets gas go in and not liquid come out. And you could hear it start going. So it's just kind of hissing through there. That's what I would do. And then I would leave that hooked up overnight. And then when I came in the morning, it was usually at 10 or 11 PSI. And you were good to roll. So that was what I did with it. I've also done a little bit more of a bleeded feed where you're kind of, ripping gas in through the carb stone and pushing the pressure up. I'm not as big on that. I like to be as gentle as I can. But yeah. Also, I would encourage you, DJ, to on that Brite tank, on that beer before you get it into the Brite, when you have that beer crashed and cold in the fermenter, I'm assuming your tanks are rated to 15 PSI. Every morning, be bumping those things up to 15, right? And then in the morning, it'll eat that CO2 and bump it back up. Push that up on the fermenter side as much as you can as you're allowing that beer to clear, right? And then you can have more gas ultimately in that beer with a gentle transfer, right? So if you're at 15 PSI in your fermenter, have your Brite tank be at 12 to 13 PSI for your transfer. So it's nice and gentle. You're not just slamming it in there. You'll hold on to more carbonation. You'll maintain better foam and everything like that. So that would be my take on it, DJ. And I appreciate the question. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're going to maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.